signal caller can lead them to glory. And boy, what a matchup of two elite dudes we have in this one. Welcome to Commonwealth Stadium in Lexington, Kentucky, home of the Wildcats. As we'll see, a playoff team from last year, the Florida Gators, taking on a fellow SEC opponent, the Kentucky Wildcats. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollock, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week. Will get us started with the opening kickoff. He'll return it. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. So Kentucky's offense will get the football first. And it was a rough showing last week, and it all started with the quarterback, Jesse.
Yeah, he looked lost in that last game out. I thought the defense did a really good job of confusing him, mixing up their looks and their pressure. So no different today. The defense obviously watched the film, and they're going to come out and they're going to try to do the exact same thing and get this guy rattled. So this quarterback, he has to know what to expect early in this one, David.
If I'm his offensive coordinator, I want to get started off on the right foot, man. Get the ground game going, make it easy, because last week was such a disaster. We want to turn the page. We need some confidence. We need some good mojo. First drive, we need something good to happen early.
Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. Didn't get much on the return, but what a huge play, and they are in business at the 24. The Gators' offense will go to work for the first time. This offense has it with really good field position. They'll start this drive with a pass. Caught over the middle. It's Bacon. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Gators! They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game. And the PAT makes it 7-0.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Leaves it with the running back. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. The Wildcats want to pick up the tempo.
Yeah, and this offense, man, you got to do a better job blocking. And I tell you what, that's a kind of been a theme throughout the season. They haven't been high-powered. They haven't really figured out who they are yet. And they still got time. The season's not over yet, but this offense still in identity mode.
Sometimes it takes quarterbacks a few plays to really get into the rhythm of the game and not force things. I think the quarterback that time was really trying to force the ball to his wide receiver, but against man coverage, there were other guys on that play that were open that could have had a chance. So this quarterback just needs to settle down a little bit. He won't be throwing as many incomplete.
And he's still running after the move. And he's brought down after a huge completion. They had this offense backed up. Now they have to be staggering. Can they deliver another punch on 1st and 10 from inside the 40? Keeps it on the bootleg, looking to throw. Able to get a foot down in bounds and make the catch. The Wildcats now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Spins away from the defense. And he runs through one tackle and picks up a few. Ball's at the 26. It's 3rd and short, and they'd love to pick up the first down and avoid settling for the field goal. Grabbed in the middle. It's Locke. That will be enough to move the chains and give them a first down in the red zone at the 14. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. And the Wildcats are flying down the field. To the air, it's Matthews. And the timing just a hair off.
And I think on that last play, that's an example of the quarterback trying to predetermine who he wants to throw to. And instead of letting the defense dictate who gets the ball, man coverage, that guy was not open that time out on the perimeter of the field. Still, he gave him a chance, but that thing had incompletion written all over from the moment the ball left his hand.
Kentucky will come to the line with a 1st and goal. Snap it to the back. Back's going for the goal line. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Wildcats! Looking for the tie with the extra point. I tell you, when this drive started, the defense thought they had them in a hole. Not anymore. What a performance.
And I really like the play calling by the offensive coordinator on that last drive. That was a nice mixture of running and throwing and getting different players involved. Really nice job, very poised in that play calling, and it showed up with the touchdown.
The Gators sending the offense back to work. They saw what happened on that last scoring drive, and now probably feeling a little bit of heat to answer. Oh, they're after him. Makes the grab on the left side. Off and running. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Florida. And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. Quick strike touchdown comes out and jumpstarts the offense.
And, man, we see this in college football. So much explosiveness and firepower, and we get high-scoring game after high-scoring game, and it looks like we're on pace for one of those right now.
That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out of the end zone, and he's knocked down at the 10. They'll give it to the back. He's going to lose a yard on that one. Kentucky going quickly.
Well, we know this offense obviously really struggled there last time out, and they knew coming into this one they would have to be better at running the football, and that just has not happened in this game. They're simply not physical enough offensively at this point.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Really good job making a play, getting it out to the 24 and moving those chains.
Man, this guy's closing in quickly on 100 yards receiving. We're not even out of the first quarter yet. We knew he was going to be a big part of the game plan and the strategy, but every time they've looked his way, he's been making a big play. And that's something the defense, they have to be aware of moving forward.
And the Wildcats in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Off the bootleg, wants to toss it. Grab near the sticks. It's Hicks. Turning it on. Good pickup there as he gets the first down. They'll mark him at the 48. Kentucky back at it with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw, it's Matthews. The Wildcats with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Now the play fake. Sweet grab, but they're going to end up taking a loss on the play.
You know, that's one as a quarterback. When you see all those defenders around your intended target like that, just throw it in the ground or throw it away. I mean, that's a completion that loses yards. You're just hurting your offense there.
On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. Quick strike complete. He's not going to make it to the sticks, and what a stop against one of the best 3rd down offenses in the country. They booted away on 4th down. And the punt will hit at the 7, and they can't corral it. It goes into the end zone. It'll come out to the 20. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Boy, that last touchdown, the one-play quick strike score. Jesse, this offense hoping to keep that kind of explosiveness going.
And I don't know if they're going to get the same looks defensively because of just how explosive that play was, Reese. David, they may be seeing a little bit more off coverage on this drive and maybe some softer boxes to run into.
And when you make that kind of explosive play, you're going to put the defense on its heels. They're going to be a little bit more conservative. So this offensive approach now, maybe I don't have to go deep. I can go a little bit shorter and just make those easy plays underneath.
They've got the screen set up. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down. Looking to fire. Finds his tight end. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. And the Gators are in the hurry-up. He'll keep it himself. Such a big part to convert these third downs, and they've got it at the 42. We'll see if they have enough time to get another snap before the clock hits 0. To the air on first down. Fires to the tight end. We're through one, and what a back-and-forth battle between these two quarterbacks as we look at the stats. They flipped into the field, and we're ready to play. So second down here as we're back at it after the break. Wants to go up top. Pressure coming. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. Trying to pick up a first down. On third down, he drops to throw. He's got him. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that third down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
They just keep firing. Fires to the big fella. And it'll be a pickup of 9. They're facing a 3rd and 1. The Gators come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. They're going to try to throw for it on 3rd down. Catch in the middle, it's Bacon. That'll be enough for a first down, and they've got it at the 16-yard line. They're in the red zone, and they'll pass it. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming.
Well, this offense has gone his way early and often in this game. They've gotten into a nice rhythm. That time, though, the defense was expecting to throw going his way, and they put a really nice hit on him.
Lets it fly deep downfield. And makes the grab in the end zone. Touchdown, Gators! My philosophy on going for 2 is only when you have to.
Well, one of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not. So being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get him. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
He finds a dead spot in the middle. Moves it out to the 34-yard line. A nice 15-yard gain on that one.
I don't know if this defense knows what just hit them because they gave up the completion, they gave up a first down, and now here's the offense back up at the line of scrimmage again, going tempo.
Kentucky right back to the line. Just a quick rhythm throw there and really good use of the tight end.
Yeah, good use of the big fella. I mean, go through your progressions real quick. You can't find anything. Get the easy gain. Don't take a shot down the field all the time. Take those shots later, but take those easy, wide-open opportunities to get some positive chunks.
Finds the tight end. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down. 4th down and 3, and they'll try to pick it up. Trying to do it on the ground. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. This Kentucky offense really moving the ball quickly. Man, you want to talk about confidence in your running game on 4th down to keep it on the ground from that distance and pick up the first down.
That's one of those things in practice, coaches probably like, anybody, any place, anytime, anywhere, this is who we are, we're physical, and they showed it.
Off play action. Fires to the middle. Makes a connection. Breaks into the open. And he'll run into the end zone. Touchdown, Kentucky! After the score, we'll see if that breathes a little fire into it.
And you see it all the time, right? You get that score, you get that energy, the crowd gets involved, and the defense got to get out and get you a stop. But this was step 1 to getting them back in the ballgame.
Looks like he's going to bring it out. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. The Gators sending the offense back to work. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. These two defenses have had their heads spinning here in the first half, and now we might even see a little more scoring with this drive.
It's going back and forth. This is like two heavyweights just trading blows, David. What does this defense got to do to get a stop here?
I tell you what, man, when you're giving up points like this and you've got no momentum, you got to find somebody that can make a play to create something. And listen, if they're scoring anyways, let's be aggressive.
Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. All the way out across the 45-yard line. Mark it out of bounds at the 46. We've reached the 2-minute timeout. We've got a tight one, and they'll try to build on the lead before going to the locker room. The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10. Wants to adjust the pattern. Wants to go up top on 1st down. They're working that left side. A most efficient pickup of 6 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 4. No huddle here for the offense. Wants to throw it. Here he goes breaking the pocket. He'll try to do it himself. Great job by this savvy senior to know when he just needs to move the sticks with his feet. The Gators come to the line with a new set of downs. Wants to throw on 1st down. He's got his man. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Moving closer to the red zone. It's at the 27 on 1st down. Makes the catch. He snagged it, but he'll be stopped short of the 1st down. Good, solid pickup on that play. And the Gators come to the line in the hurry-up. They're looking to throw on 2nd and short. Slings it downfield. They needed a big play, and they got it. And the foot down for the 1st down. This offense has been a juggernaut, and they have a chance to pad their total just before halftime. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Florida. No midseason concentration laps here in Week 7 as they push out that lead.
Well, this offense is clicking. They've been doing it all first half, running the ball, throwing the ball. They add insult to injury with another touchdown here right before teams go into the tunnel. This defense, guys, they have got to find some answers, and they've got to regroup here at halftime.
Kentucky, 14.
The returner will field it and try to do some business. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Kentucky has it back, and the Big Blue offense takes the field. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something before the break to build momentum, Jesse.
But you've also had some miscues on offense, a big part of why you're losing the game right now. I'd take it into halftime, make my adjustments, and come out ready in the second half.
Yeah, I'm going to take it into halftime too, Paul. But I'm trying to put some points up right here. Be aggressive, set the tone, be like, hey, listen, this is what you're going to get in the second half, so find something really quickly you can go to.
Unloads to the wideout. He's got an open man. Ridden out of bounds at the 45, a big play for this offense.
And you just could not allow that to happen defensively, giving up a big play like that. They're going to need to now play with some sense of urgency if they're not going to give up any points here before the end of the half.
Missed receiver there. It's incomplete.
This offense just has to find a way to find a rhythm here. They're playing at home, and they want this crowd to stay involved and be an asset in the game, but they need to start making plays. They can't keep throwing incompletions this early.
Always a welcome play from the defense as they get a sack at the 47. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. Makes a catch at the 20. They get him down, but this offense is set up 1st and goal from the 9. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line.
691, Gator Swamp.
Dropping back, it's Matthews. There's some pressure. Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Back to pass. Wideout trying to get it in. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Direct snap. He's going for the goal line. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Kentucky.
That's exactly what this offense needed to do. You talk about answering at the right time, right before the half, close this gap, create some momentum, go into the half, put something together, try to come out with your hair on fire and win this second half.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. We thought we might see some of this. They'll go to the Wildcat formation here. Back has it. He's got the first down, and they did a brilliant job getting them outflanked with the Wildcat.
That's a first down for the offense.
First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Man, a lot of ways to describe those first 2 quarters in Lexington, but let's just go with notable. And it's clear, the aerial attacks of both teams have been relentless. They've been burning each of these secondaries like toast. Just an assault on the defensive game plans, if there even were defensive game plans. Gotta think, fellas, based on the first 2 quarters, we're going to see every route in the route tree again in this second half. And with that, let's send it back to the guys at Old Commonwealth Stadium and Kroger Field.
All right, Kevin, about ready to start the second half here. Kentucky will boot it deep to get the second half underway. On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. They have this lead to start the third quarter because of the passing game. Didn't get a lot done on the ground.
They did, but the quarterback is in a rhythm. That was obvious in the first half. And so this first drive, you want to continue that. You want to see good decision-making. You want to see him playing on time. And as always, delivering the football.
I mean, I don't know how I don't give him the football. It's the reason I built the lead. He's the guy that I can trust. This offense is built around him, so I expect more of the same here in the second half.
Rushes on him. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
And that's the thing about this defense. Yeah, they may be losing the game right now, but they've got difference makers on that side of the football. They got guys that can step up like that, create havoc, get a sack, create negative plays. They're going to need more of that here in the second half if they're going to win this game.
On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Complete to the left. And he'll be run out of bounds, and these guys are piling up some serious yardage totals. The Gators will line it up on 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Fires to the wideout. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Plenty of room on that play, and they find their way to the 36. The Gators racing to the line in the hurry-up. Looking downfield on 1st down. Bought a little time, lets it go. Makes the catch. It's Bacon. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Gators!
And it's now the second time this wide receiver has scored. Another outstanding job with the route. Great job securing the catch.
The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
The give to the back. Look out, he's got room. Finds his way for 3 out to the 33. The Wildcats come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. Love to see these 3rd down conversions on offense, and they're out to their own 39-yard line.
Definitely been tough sledding for this guy, especially in the first half. They gave him the ball a bunch, but they just don't have a ton of yards on the ground to show for it at this point. That looked like a pretty good run, though. You just wondered maybe in the second half, if they keep giving him the football, it may start paying some dividends.
Got his man in the middle. Caught, and he's close to a 1st down on the nice pickup there. If every journey begins with a step, this offense needs to step into a 3rd down conversion and then try to turn it into some scores, and fast. Looking to move the chains. They throw it complete to the left. Nice job to pick up the 1st down, and they'll spot it at the 42. And the Wildcats are moving quickly down the field.
And it's on 3rd downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he...
It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Takes the pick back to the 32-yard line, and now this offense will be in business.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his 2nd of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
On target to the left. And he was loose and not stopped until he gets to the 47-yard line. New set of downs after the completion. Motion from the wide receiver. Looking to throw on 1st down. Makes the grab. At the 35, he's got room. And this defense is a half a beat behind. They just can't quite keep up. They've got it down to the 21. His offense lines up feeling awfully good after that big play. Spits it out to the back. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. He'll pull it down and run. They get him on the ground, but not before he rumbles all the way to the 5.
And how about it? It's not just the arm. We've seen that today where he's picked him apart, put up some yardage, put on some touchdowns. Also showing you he can do it with his puppies. Take it.
Into the end zone. Touchdown, Florida. He has been surgical. Precision passes, using the scalpel, the fine instrument, rather than the blunt one.
And the defense has had absolutely no answer for him. Just, he's been down their throats all game long, a step ahead, understanding what he's seeing, and just destroying this defense.
Hauls it in inside his 20, and here he comes. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. The give to the tailback. He's knocked down a couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, and it's been a surprise today for this offense. Like, coming into the game, we all talked about it. We thought they'd be able to run against this defense that's been run on a lot, and this offense just can't get the running game going. It'll be interesting to see what they do to try to change it up, but somehow, some way, they need that physical ground game.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. To throw, it's Matthews. Here's a heat. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Touchdown, Gators. The defense putting points on the board.
It's really hard as a quarterback because you got your eyes downfield. You're trying to find an open guy. You're trying to negotiate the rush, and all of a sudden people are swatting at the ball. They hit you, they knock it out. Got to do a better job next time of keeping 2 hands on the ball so you don't get it scooped and scored like what happened right there.
And a special teams miscue as the kickoff goes out of bounds.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
Ball is coming out to the 40 after that penalty on the kickoff. They'll run it out of the shotgun. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And yeah, that's kind of surprising. And we talked about this before the game. One of the big matchups. Run the football against a defense that's been susceptible against the run throughout the season. But this offense just can't find a way to get it going. And I'm surprised, but now what's your counterpunch? How are you going to get the ground game going? Because so far, not a lot of success.
And the Wildcats are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. From the gun, he'll try to throw for it on 3rd down. Just can't pull the trigger, and the quarterback is sacked at the 41. Kentucky sent out the punting unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Catches it at the 15. Couldn't get away from that cover team, and they've got him down at the 23.
Will take over 1st and 10.
Opening play of this drive will come from their own 23. Going right to work up top. Quarterback now breaking the field. Got the first down himself. At midfield, he's got room. And they'll move the chains with the first down, but that might be it for the 3rd quarter. They'll be able to get off one more play before quarter's end. To the air on 1st down. Throws for the tight end. It's caught downfield. They get him down, and that'll be the final play of the 3rd period. We've reached a break. It's Florida with the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up.
Kentucky 24.
Will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the 4th. They'll go back to work with a first down in the final period. used the play fake. Now to throw. Got his man to the left. Right on the money with that throw. The defense was there, but they are in the red zone with a first down at the 12. And the Gators have it with a 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on first down. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity.
I don't care how talented you are as a quarterback, but your accuracy always goes down when you get hit. Nice job by the QB, scrambling, working to his right, but
pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Intercepted, big play, stops the drive. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there. Kentucky has it back, and the Big Blue offense takes the field. Last drive was a quick 3 and out, and now time is even more of a factor to get something going. Bringing the heat. The short hands, it's Durant. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there.
The #1 goal as a defense is try to hit the QB as many times as possible. Try to rattle him, try to get him flustered a little bit. Nice job of getting there, getting the hit on him, but nice job of executing by the quarterback. Taking the hit, delivering the strike. And that's how you respond as a defense, man. You give up 9 yards on 1st down. 2nd down, man, they bring some pressure. They are in the backfield fast, and they make the tackle for a loss and completely flip.
Lost one deep down the right side. And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down.
This was my favorite time to be a defensive lineman, man. You get up big late in the game. You know it's past. You're just teeing off on the quarterback. The defensive backs, they're bailing, playing those deep passes. It is hard to play offensive football in this situation.
Defense showing plenty of pre-snap movement of their own. A strike downfield. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. Just a short pass to the tight end.
nice quick throw there. And it's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find your rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate and easy throw. And you can tell that these two guys, they rep that play in practice all the time, and it's now showing up here.
This Kentucky offense doing work. They're set up with another first down. Wants to throw on first down. Fakes the grab. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down. Fast completion moves the sticks in. Let's see if they try it again. To the ground with the back. There he goes. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening. First and goal from the 9. The Wildcats pounded the rock to move the sticks. Now back to work. A first down run on the doorstep. Looking for the end zone. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. We'll see if the offense can punch it in on second and goal. They'll go with a direct snap. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. And now after getting knocked back, they'll try it again, this time from the 5 on third and goal. From the gun, wants to pass. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line.
And look at the quarterback, look at the players on offense. They're overlooking at the sidelines, begging to stay on the field and try and score this touchdown. They've been on the field for so many plays, for so long. When you've done all that work, you want to...
Big man has it. It's a first down and more. And it's caught for a touchdown. They're going to play this one through to the end, but this is pretty much window dressing. Once the game reaches this point, you start thinking ahead and how you can find something positive to take into the next game.
Dang right. Keep the offense rolling. Try to find some plays that I can use throughout this season that I can have some more success, or I guess have success. I haven't had a lot of success. today, but I'm looking for the future.
The Gators sending the offense back to work. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drive.
And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Florida! They give themselves a little more cushion as they try to reel off their 4th straight win. Quarterback adapting.
And this offense continuing to put up points. This game's out of reach. You know you're going to win, but still throwing the football, still finding that connection. I imagine there'll be some salty handshakes at the end of this game.
And that was not what they had in mind as the kickoff sails out of bounds.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
Don't know if the defense will appreciate having to defend a short field from the start after that penalty. Offense working from the pistol. The give on the option. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Looking to fire. Here comes the heat. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. What a grab along the left sideline. Got the foot down in a strong throw. Put it right on the money. Here comes Kentucky after picking up that 1st down. Off from the gun. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
It's been that kind of day for this offense, right? It seems like anything they're dialing up just simply isn't working. But at this point, David, I don't know if it's even worth trying to run the ball.
Probably not. You're getting destroyed right now. Nothing has gone your way, and when you're down this much, I think the running game is used sporadically, not as a staple. Let's throw this football around and see what can happen.
Quarterback needs to make a better throw there. Incomplete.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room.
Throws toward the end zone. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
Well, man, we've seen explosive offensive firepower all game long, and here we are late in an obvious passing situation trying to get this thing close. The big INT, finally the defense makes a play, and David, it looks like they just closed the door on this one.
Well, and sprinting away. Gets it to the 42-yard line, and that's a 1st down.
Offenses nowadays know one speed. Be aggressive. Go after it. Even if you got a lead, you see a lot of offenses do this and take shots and keep making big plays down the field. I like it. Keep it up.
And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf. So now it's 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. Pocket breaking down. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. Boy, guys, they got off to a great start with that big first play on this drive, but now a couple of incompletions leaves them in a hole. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down. They already have a comfortable lead up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. Might be calling a hot route. On 4th down, they're taking to the air. Wide open downfield. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Wow, and that was just a bang-bang play. On that 4th down, the coverage was tight. QB had his receiver. He knew where he wanted to go with it, but the only way that ball gets completed is if he puts a little extra mustard on it, and he shows you the arm talent on the throw.
And it's incomplete, but the penalty flag has fallen in the holding zone. Let's see what the call is. Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. He's looking to throw. Moves around to clear up the vision. Rolling right and going deep. Makes a grab at the 25, and there's room. Knocked out of bounds. They're in the red zone. Mark it at the 17, and they are set up. The Gators had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Motion from the wideout. To the air on second down. Under fire. And that pass will be jarred loose on second down. That brings up third down. They've put this ball on lockdown. 8th play of the drive coming up. On third and long, try to convert through the air. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. They already have a comfortable lead up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on fourth down. Hit as he throws. That ball never had a chance, and they'll turn it over on downs. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. This thing got out of hand on them, but they'll try to finish with some pride here.
And this one was a beatdown. And there's nothing you can do about it because this one's over. Jesse, now we got to start progressing for next week for the rest of this season so we don't let one bad game turn into two.
Yeah, there are very few teams out there that won't watch game film, but...
Interception, and things are going from bad to worse. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back. They'll start this drive going to the air. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And they've had a great day so far.
Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48. With the clock running, this should be the final play. If there's time to pad the stats. Hit as he throws. And this will be incomplete as the game comes to a close. This is what you're looking for when you have the better team. Go out and show it. Don't fool.